Beauty and talent will be crowned in London tonight as the 60th Miss World contest returns to its birthplace, the UK. 122 countries will be represented in the glittering ceremony, all hoping to bear the cherished crown at the end of the evening. Brains as well as beauty count, with previous contestants including lawyers, doctors and teachers. 12 winners have gone on to appear in Bond films as 007's glamorous sidekick. But the contest isn't without its critics. In 1970, compere comedian Bob Hope was pelted with flower bombs and tomatoes, and the show is regularly criticised for being superficial and demeaning to women. Over the past 60 years, the pageant has adjusted its content.
Hi, I'm Miss American Virgin Islands.
The swimming costume lineup returned to the beach, and they've stopped announcing the vital statistics of each contestant. The numbers that really count, the viewing figures, show that over 1 billion viewers tune in from over 150 countries across the world. Richard Atto, BBC News.
Well, watching that with us, Emma Warius, a runner-up in last year's Miss World contest, and Yvonne Roberts, who's a writer for the Observer newspaper. Yvonne, can I just first ask you, do you object to the Miss World contest? If so, why?
Well, Mae West said better to be looked over than overlooked. So I guess on the one hand, when it first started, it was a way for young women to make something of themselves. But it really is time for it to retire.
But is it not still that? Emma surely is an example of someone making something.
Well, Emma is fantastic. We've been having a chat beforehand, and I just think you really, in a world now where you can have a passport by acquiring degrees, doing something well, why not have a Miss Entrepreneur or Miss Innovation or Miss anything other than the superficiality of what you look like?
Go on, Emma.
Well, I really
runner-up last year.
I understand where you're coming from, and you said your last statement was, why not have a Miss Entrepreneur, Miss Business? Or that is what Miss World has. That's what it embodies. We have a Miss. It's called Miss World, but in each of it, we have a girl who is a Miss Entrepreneur, Miss Business. That's what we talk about.
But doesn't she have to be the prettiest one?
How can you tell who's pretty? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I can't look at someone and say, you're more beautiful than I am, or I'm more beautiful than you are. How do you define beauty?
Somebody's clearly saying it, because somebody ends up with a crown on their head. And that in itself is very invidious, because for those women who don't have the kind of looks, and I mean, you are gorgeous, who don't have those kind of look, it's much more difficult to feel that they can compete on an equal basis.